Good morning, I'm the Sleeping Goblin, and today I want to talk to you guys about the most overrated mod in all of Warframe history, Bane mods. If you do not know what Bane mods are, I'm talking about Bane of the Grenier, Bane of the Murmur, Bane of the Infested, Bane of the Corrupted, or it's Orkin. I think it's Orkin. And I'm going to talk about how I think they are some of the most overrated mods in all of Warframe. If you guys don't play that much Warframe, or if you play Warframe but don't watch build videos, even though I feel like most people who play Warframe probably watch build videos, you would know that if you go to almost any weapon build, high tier players who make build guides. Now, I haven't watched any in a while. Okay, so this might be a little outdated. Maybe they switched up, but for a long time, people would say you should be using Bane mods. They would recommend it in place of Serration, and it's the one thing I never agreed with. Now, I do not have the primed like Bane mods, but that's because I decided that I thought they were worthless anyway. So why would I bother going out to get these mods that I think are not worth my time? I'm going to show you some examples of why I don't think Bane mods are all that good. Some direct comparison, but like it's not. I'm going to show you direct comparison in the simulacrum, and I'm just going to go over why I think Bane mods are not that necessary for builds. And maybe you guys can leave some comments if you disagree with me. Leave some comments if you agree with me. But let's just get into it. Alright, so starting off here, my weapon of choice will be the Burstin because it is the main weapon I use for endgame content. So I thought it would, and also allows me to like single target hit. If I use something like the Envoy or Brahma, it's going to hit big explosion and make it harder to see numbers. So on all my builds, I always have Serration. Now, I want to clarify a point I made earlier. Some build guys would say like use them together. You definitely could maximize your overall damage by using like Bane of Grenier and Serration, but most of them say you could use it instead of Serration. It's kind of like a get rid of Serration, use the Bane mods because they're just better for damage application. Maybe not base Bane mods, but I feel like that's what most of them say. A lot of them say that endgame Bane mods become extremely useful. So the enemy we're going to use is a Heavy Gunner Grenier, Steel Path, level 100. And I will slow down some gameplay to help you guys see the numbers. But as you can see, we're doing roughly, starting off 3k, then I get my amplifiers start up, and we're doing between 3k to 12k towards the end. When you switch to the Bane mod, as you'll see when I get there, we will end up doing a little bit less damage. Now, arguments could be made that I'm not running like an optimized build for the Bane mods because I already have my build set up for Serration. Some weapons are going to benefit more from Bane mods than from Serration. But overall, why would I want my build to have to constantly be shifted with some weapons needing Bane mods, other weapons needing Serration, when Serration is just a straight up damage boost to every effect, and the Bane mods, while good, and can definitely stack up to higher numbers, end up roughly around the same even. So Serration is just easier to install one mod, don't have to worry about the Bane mods, and then you don't have to worry about buying like primed Bane mods. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, a big thing for me that I feel like a lot of build guides lack is that quality of life thoughtfulness. Why it would be extremely annoying to constantly have to go into your weapon, switch, you can do the configs, but constantly switching between what enemy you're going to fight, and just constantly having to be aware of that. And if you forget, then you are just left with doing less damage. You just missed out on damage because you decided to do Bane mods. Well, Serration will work with every piece of content throughout the entire game. It will always work. Obviously, some people are going to argue that you're not min-maxing your build then, that you really should just use the Bane mods and just take that hit. But I think a big thing with the endgame content and community in Warframe is that they don't really take into account quality of life. Builds are built around maximizing damage. Your gun can do 1.2 million damage, or it can do 1.4 million damage. They don't want to lose out on that 0.2 million, even though it really doesn't have that much of an effect. It's still going to kill the enemy. As you can see, I'm kind of strongly opinionated on the Bane mods for some weird reason, but I just feel like they are literally overrated. Now, I would not say I'm the best Warframe player. I know it's weird to say, but I definitely don't fully understand every mechanic in this game. I'm not some sort of mathematical expert, but I have played for a long time, and I do think that I have some relative expertise, and I just don't want every single weapon to be recommended Bane mods, and I think players should understand that constantly like throwing Bane mods and thing does not also instantly make it stronger than Serration. Now, the damage numbers were close enough in that comparison that you can make the argument that if I had a maxed out primed Bane of Grenier, that it would probably do more damage than Serration. And you'd probably be right. But am I really going to waste my time, my resources to get a primed Bane of Grenier for a little bonus damage? And mind you, I don't need primed Bane of Grenier. I need primed Bane of Grenier, primed Bane of Corpus, and primed Bane of Infested, and primed Bane of Murmur, and primed Bane of Orican to make the build work with almost every content in the entire game. Is that worth my time? Is that worth my resources when I have other things to do in life and when I really don't want to do that? Exactly, it's not. I feel like that's most players' thoughts when they hear mods. That's why I try to give, in the first 3 build videos I posted, I tried to give like newer player recommendations, except for I think it was Daggett, because you can't get Daggett till later in the game. So I'm not gonna, cheapen out on the build there. But I think it's something to be brought up, is that Bane mods and a lot of the mods in this game that are for the slightest bit of damage or just the slightest amount really don't do anything. Also, I think it's worth a mention that to get the primed Bane mods, you have to get them from Baro Katir, and Baro Katir does not always bring them, and he only comes, I think, once a week, twice a week, obviously during the weekend. I can't remember the exact dates, but you have to. There's also luck involved for a lot of it, or you can spend platinum to buy from someone else. Obviously, no hate if you sell Bane mods or if you like the Bane mods, but I'm just saying that that also makes it like less accessible to most players, and thus Serration will overall for most people be the better option. Now, is this a weird video? Yeah, but that's because I want to make more videos like this, discussing topics like certain mods, what's like the most annoying thing to grind. I'm going to start posting twice a month, and I thought this would be a good way to get started. It's not a very serious topic, genuinely. It's, the Bane mods in Warframe, but it's still something that interests me, and I think it was worth looking at. Not to mention, I really haven't done this comparison. I know I only did the Grenier, but I haven't really done a comparison for damage at all. So being to actually like try it in the simulacrum was like an excuse for me too, because what if I was wrong? Like I was kind of expecting me to be wrong and for it to do like 30,000 damage with the Bane mod, and I'd just go, oh, I've been wrong this whole time. I guess I'm going to start using Bane mods, and then this whole video would just be thrown away, canceled. I mean, I still think they're overrated, but yeah. I just want to talk about that. Leave you guys some comments down below if you agree or disagree with me, and I'm going to try to start posting twice a month. So you're going to have a video at the end of February, because it's the end of February, but then hopefully 2 videos in March. I'm going to try to hold myself to that. I really have a lot of ideas for videos, and I really hope that I stick to the grind, because I've started up 3 months ago. I posted 3 build videos in like preparation to start this channel up, and then I went back into hibernation. Sorry for this long-winded intro. This video is kind of just rambling. I'm probably going to script out more videos, but I just want to talk about Bane mods, because that shit just interests me. And low-key, all my friends quit Warframe, and I don't really have anyone to talk to about how overrated this shit is. Yeah, use Serration, and I'll see you guys in another video. Yeah, peace out, and good night.